Hey two-wheeled friends, over here at the motorcycle safety course area, and since my last video over here they have repainted these lines. Thought I'd come over here, bring you along and practice some slow speed maneuvers on the course. For those of you that are new here, my name's Dustin, aka Two-Wheeled, and I bring you at least one motorcycle related video per week on this Honda, and then I also try to do one on my Harley-Davidson Road King Classic. So what I'm going to do here, as you can see these little white circles, I am going to set up some cones. I don't know for sure exactly where. It's been a little bit since I've taken this course, so I can't recall exactly which ones that they set these up on. But I think for now we'll work on some weaving. So I'm going to set them up on these markers that are about 20 feet apart or so. So here's my cones that I picked up. It's nice bright green cones that you can throw out. Problem with these though is they've been sticking. But they're a nice crushable cone, but when I got them they were all stuck together. And I think when they get a little hot they stick. I should probably just run over these a couple times. And I don't necessarily need the cone because there's the painting, but it helps so you kind of know if you actually run something over or not. So basically when you practice this, you practice your throttle control along with the clutch. And I think I'm just going to put out that many for now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So that's about half of the cones I have. And actually, so what do they have here? You know, I think if I remember right too, they eventually put some in between there. Maybe I should come over here someday when they're doing the course so I kind of know. We don't need to latch that up since we're not going to be going fast. So yeah, basically what we're going to work on is going through and weaving. And I just got to watch traffic because there's a fair amount of traffic here tonight. So basically we're going to pretend a cone here. And you just practice your low speed maneuvers and zigzag. And you can kind of hear how I'm feathering the clutch. I'm going through about 8 miles an hour. Looking through the turn, coming around. We're going to go on this side. Grab the clutch in so I can slow down a little. I'm not using any brake. And it's all about controlling the throttle and not necessarily looking at the cones. You kind of see them in your peripheral a little, because if you look down at these cones you're going to run them over. But you can kind of hear me chugging every once in a while, so it's just a matter of pulling the clutch in where you need to. See if we can go a little faster. Just kind of work on this weaving, pick up the speed a little. back up the speed. There we go. That was about 15 miles an hour. Turn around, come back, do it again. You just work on the swerving and weaving. I'm surprised at how much gravel is in this parking lot, actually. That's about 15 to 18 miles an hour. And I'm just in first gear. And over here we got to watch traffic a little. But I made that turn back. And I'm gonna guess that's the ones that I should be on, is those white ones. Alright, so now I'm gonna set up a few other ones so we can work on a little bit tighter swerving. So those ones I'm going to put, because they make you go in and out a little bit more. And if you don't have a spot that you can go out and do this, where they hold this course, you know, just do what you're comfortable with. And you know, these are about 15 feet apart with about a 2 foot to 3 foot offset. So just do that. And I'm going to pull one out here. So now we have it set up to where we can zigzag, weave them. And man, it's hot out here. There's a good chance of storms today. It seems like lately when I've been recording these videos, there's all these storm chances. So one could pop up any minute, so I got to keep looking. And you can kind of see that looks kind of nasty that way. But yeah, it's hot and humid out. It's about, I don't know, 80 some degrees. Upper 80s with humidity. So let's go down. So we'll come down and we will try it this way. So this way makes you slow down a little bit more. Oh, I ran that cone over. But this is all about throttle control. So you want to start on the outside of this one. And oh, I got a little wide. Depending on how your bike's geared, it might be a little harder to do. Gotta get the momentum. It's all about getting the momentum going and keeping it. I'm pretty sure I'm starting on the right sides of those. You don't want to put your foot down. This is actually kind of the hard one. So you would... see, I got my foot down. So this is why you practice, because when you're in situations you can do those low speed throttle control, braking to keep the bike up. And see, I got off a little. You would think this is easier than it is, but that's not an easy one. So this is easy when you're doing on this distance. On those small bikes, that's a lot easier. So as a beginner, this is what you want to do. You want to go out and practice these maneuvers, keeping the bike up. You got to keep the momentum. And I dropped a foot there. And then you go have fun every once in a while. Clutch in. I was going way too fast, so I pulled that clutch in. So that time I went all the way through it without any issue. So it's all about throttle and clutch. Oh, and I'm working up a sweat doing this, guys. Alright, we'll do it one more time. Wow, that's a workout. You know, and then you can work on your safe braking. So at the last cone, you work on your braking, and if you're in a different gear, you shift down. I was only in first gear. I know during this course, then you rode up the middle, you signaled, you head checked, and you go in the other lane, and then you come back around. That's how to work on your weaving. And let's just get an idea of how far apart these cones are. I'll step this off. So if you guys want to set it up, you know. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it's 15 feet like I thought. And 1, 2, it's 3 feet in. So exactly what I thought. So 15 feet apart, 3 feet in. Practice that. Nice slow speeds. And do that until you're comfortable. I was a little rusty. It's been a long time since I've practiced that. I practice the weaving and all that frequently, but not a tight weave. This is actually, you know, with that offset, that's a pretty good weave there. So just do this as frequently as you can. And you know, anytime you get a new bike too, it's something you want to practice. So for example, I should probably come over here with the Road King and just practice it. I should have ran a couple of these over a little to get them a little dirty, because then I know they won't stick. But that's a little bit about learning your throttle control. I used a little bit of braking to keep the bike upright, because when you trail brake a little, going through those slow speeds, that helps keep the bike upright. Let's get these cones picked up. Storm's kind of coming in a little bit. I hope that helps you a little bit on weaving. You know, just practice zigzagging. Beautiful sunset with these clouds. It's just fun kind of coming over and playing on a course that, you know, I learned on. Of course, when I did this, I was on just a little 250cc. So, you know, the throttle's a lot different than, you know, a 750 Shadow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. Looks like I got them all there. Alright, so if you don't have cones like I have, you know, I found these on Amazon. They're a nice crushable cone. You can actually just buy a few tennis balls and cut them in half. And when you cut them in half, they'll work as a cone as well. And just throw them in a duffel bag or in a lunchbox, backpack, saddlebag, whatever you have on your bike. And on your way to work or after work, find an empty parking lot, space them out about 15 feet apart, offset them 3 feet, or like you had first seen, they're about 20 feet apart in a straight line, and then just practice that weaving and just get good with your all-around controls. We will come back here again another time, and we will work on some of the braking. We'll work on cornering some more. I mean, you guys have kind of seen me go around these corners a little bit. Unfortunately, with this Honda Shadow, when I shift into second gear, I'm going pretty fast by the time I get to the corner, and you need to downshift and have all your braking done before you corner. And I don't know if you caught it, but I skid the back tire a couple times. And I don't know, to me it's kind of fun, but if you weren't ready for it, you could crash. So let's just go around here again. Get a little air movement. So when you're going into the corner, you want to start on the outside and make this as straight of line as you can. Look through your corner, shift, downshift, ease off that throttle, looking through the corner. That's cornering. I appreciate you guys coming along with me today, my two-wheeled friends. If you're new to the channel because you're trying to get some beginner's tips, don't forget to go down and click that subscribe button, and be sure to click that bell so you're notified the next time I upload a video. If you don't click the bell, you're not going to be notified and you're not going to know. I am just going to kind of tool around town a little bit before I go home, get some air, because that parking lot was hot. But thanks for coming along with me, guys. Again, my name is Dustin, aka Two-Wheeled. And until next time, guys, peace out, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.